why I decided, why I chose to come to Iraq. It's like you can see someone. My nose is not very important. Right, so I'm going to- I can see one person is here. Please give the live stream like as we are going to start to talk. Hope everyone is fine. Oh, guy. Please, guys, if you come over here, you can even greet me. Hello, Jamila. Give the video, give the live stream like, guys, please. My file, images, videos. Yeah. 2 videos, video maker. Please, guys, give the live stream like. You can even greet me here so that I can see. I see here there is 2 people. Hi everyone. I hope everyone is fine. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you. Hi Emilio. Hi sister. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. Different pictures from guy. These are too much. I have to delete them. These are too much. I have to delete them. Emil, how are you, sister? And welcome to my live. Okay, let me focus on the. Let me see the time. I'm going to start it. It is almost 4. Almost 4. So let us start the conservation. Is it conservation or Are you from? Uko place gani na niko Iraq pia. Yeah, welcome to Iraq. I'm also in Iraq, Tomazia. I am in Iraq, Tomazia, sister. I think yesterday niliona ni jana ama juzi niliona comment yako kwa video yangu, nilipotaka kujibu tayari ukatoka ukafuta kabisa na comment. Kama si wewe kuna mwingine, lakini hili jina nadhani jina ni kama hili, lakini siko sure, but there is someone who comment then he delete her comment. I'm also in Raka sister. Uko place gani? Ngai, even the name I don't know how to read it. Good evening to you, and welcome to my live. I really appreciate you guys. As we are going to continue our conservation, guys, please give the live stream like. Emily, these people, they don't, so I have some more friends coming from India, so they don't understand Swahili. This name is very Iona ya Ngai. Hata sijui hii jina, sijui hata kuisoma. How are you? I am fine. I am very fine. And you? Tamil Teri. Yeah. You are fine. I'm so happy for you. Welcome. So guys, one thing which makes me to come over here to travel to Gulf countries, it is because I am married. Mama, okay dear. I don't know. I think it is it is in the name is written in India. I think you are India. You are from India. I think you are from India. That name is very hard for me to pronounce it. Something like that. Mama, okay dear. Yeah, it is very hard, the name. I can't pronounce it. Hey, I know you are from India. I see you in Jarina's Kitchen. I see you in Jarina's Kitchen channel. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much. So, I know it. Our conservation today is about marriage. About marriage, and I have my sisters here who come to Gulf and work, and maybe they are married. I am also a married woman. What are you doing? I'm just sitting here. I'm doing nothing. I have finished my work. I am here just sitting. Yes, I work in Iraq. I am from Kenya. I work in Iraq. So, in our culture, is it a culture or how do we call it? In our culture, if you have get married, maybe you have get married for a polygamy. Is it a polygamy family or what? Polygamy means like polygamy family. It is like maybe 1, 2 wives, 3 wives, like that. I think I am correct. Polygamy, Andy. So I am a married woman. I have my kids. The big deal which makes me to come to Gulf countries, it is because my kids are boys my kids are boys, and the life I was passing through was very poor. You see, the life I was passing through was very poor, and I was like a person who were rejected, as you can see. I was like a person who is rejected. I have that rejection. I was having that rejection those past days, you see. So then after that, I just decided myself, what shall I do? All of my kids, hi sister Halima, hi to sister, how are you and your family? Welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you, Halima. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Wa alaikum salam. So that time I was rejected to my husband's home. You know, in our culture, is it culture? In the life of the village, you see, you know, maybe there are some people who come from the village here. There are some people who come from the village. You know, in the village, when you get married in the village, your husband, I like Jamila, sister. Thank you so much, Halima. Thanks for giving thumb up for the live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. When you are getting married in the life in the village, maybe your husband is in the family. The families are just growing like this circle. Someone can make her house there, someone can make her house there, maybe my brother-in-law, just like that. So that was the life in my husband's home. He was in her father's compound, you see, like that. So I have so many rejection in that family. Then I decided to go back to my mother's home. I go back to my family. After reaching there, I stayed there like 2 years waiting for my ID, because only the ID was giving me pressure. I stayed a lot of waiting for many years, waiting for the ID, because I didn't get the ID to be very easy. It was very difficult. So the ID, it took me like 1 year waiting. It is not only 1 year. Since 2014, I was waiting for my ID. I get the waiting card, then it got lost, and I started again. So the waiting for the ID was giving me pressure. I can't even travel because passport, to get a passport, lazima uwe na waiting card, uwe na ID. You have to have the ID card. So it was very hard. I worked in my country so many years, but for nothing. When you get the money, you get the money maybe only for food and maybe only for school fees, you see. So in my mind, I was thinking deeper, because my kids are boys, and when they grown up, they will need somewhere to call our home. That was my pressure. You see, that was my pressure. Because when they grow up, they will need somewhere to call a home. They will need somewhere to call a home. So I tried to work very hard, but everything will have gone in a vain. So I decided to travel. And maybe I get some good family, I start working. So I came here. I came here and work here for 2 years, 1 month. I get some money. Don't feel it, dear. No, I am okay. I am okay. I am okay. I am very okay. This is my first time to share this thing with people. So I am fine. I am fine. So after I travel, I stay here for 2 years and 1 month. Then I go back to my country. After going back to my country, my husband, we are not, that time my husband, we are not together because I leave her on her family and I go back to my family. So I stayed in my family for 2 years before traveling and come here, staying 2 years. That is almost 4 years without seeing my husband. You see? So after I go back there, because the time I came there to my mother's house, my brothers tell me that there's no need for you to go back there. Even me, as myself, I kept a promise that I will not go back to that man again. You see? But then I sat down and thinking about the kids. The kids are men. When they grown up, they will leave their father. What shall I do? No. If I will say I will not go there again, I will not go there again. But the children, they're the ones who will suffer. Okay, bye all and good night. Wow, it is at night in India. Bye-bye. Thank you for your support. You are welcome again and again. So, after I promised myself, then I will not return for that family again because of the rejection. Then I decided it's better to look for a work. I work and get money. It's better when I get money and buy somewhere. After buying somewhere, even if I will not get money, buy sister and all friends. Okay, bye-bye, Halima. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate you. Good night. So after I have one people, please guys, give the live stream like. So before I travel, I promise it myself that I will not go back to that man again. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guide your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. So after I sit down and thinking about my kids tomorrow, what shall I do? When they grown up, they will need somewhere to call home. What shall I do? It's better I look for maybe outside to go and work. So that time people are traveling Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Jordan, Lebanon. But I have never had someone travel to Iraq. That was my first time to hear someone traveling to Iraq. I just sit myself and said, why to go to Iraq? I have never seen someone talking about Iraq. I get that fear. I get, what do we call it? I said, no, how can I go to Iraq? I have never seen someone talking about that country. My agent tell me that You have a good family, Jamila. You have a good family, and the salary was also good. So please, can you go there and work? Then I said, yes, I will go. I came here, I worked here for 2 years and 1 month. I go back to my country. Before I go back to my country, before I finish my contract, first of all, I buy my mom's phone. I bought my mom phone, big phone. Secondly, I buy my children's phone. So that time they were calling me and tell me, Mom, I want to go and see daddy. You see? That was the problem. Hey, they are calling me and tell me, Mommy, we want to go and see, when we close school, we want to go and see daddy. You see? Now they were grown up. Oh, what shall I do? I have promised myself I will never go back to that man. And now my kids, they are calling me, they want to go and see their father. Subhanallah. I make a meeting, only myself, only me. I make my meeting on my head and said, no, if I will tell them not to go, it will be very bad. It is not good for my kids. Let me leave them to go so that they can go and meet their father. You see? I make them some shopping. They travel alone to their father. They go there. That was I think it is 2019 at the October, just something like that. 2019 at October. So when they go there, they give my husband took the phone for the kids and started talking with me. It was since like maybe 4 hours, not 4 hours, 3 years without talking to my baby daddy. You see? Then he take the phone, started talking to me. Since I came here, I was not talking to him. So that time, he talked to me. He tell me that I have to forgive her and return back so that we can continue with the life. But I just forgive him. The time I go back to my country, he is the one who come to the airport and took me back home. But I can't go to their home, their family direct, because I have 5 years without seeing her family member. Even my brother-in-law died, but I didn't go because the pressure was very high. I was so emotional. So he took me at the airport to my family, my mother's home. Before I travel, I promised myself and I promised my family that I will never go back to this man again. But I remember that I have my kids and all their boys. The way they are growing, they will need their father. What shall I do? I have to forgive that man and the life to be continued. I sit down with my brothers, all my brothers, my sisters, even my mom, even my aunties, my husband there and my kids. Then they ask me, you told us, the first time you are traveling, you told us you will never come back to this man. Why are you now returning to this man? What are the changes? You see? But remember my baby daddy, we sat down and talked, and he tell me that all the things I was passing through, it is the past. And it will not repeat again. You see? Please, guys, I see two people here. Please, guys, if you are coming over my channel, give the video like, give the live stream like, please, to support my channel. Give the video like, please, I beg you. I see two people here. They are coming now, and I have 3 likes for the oldie subscribers who leave the channel, who leave my live stream. Please, guys, give my live stream thumbs. Is it a thumbs up? I don't know, because I am a new YouTuber. I don't know. So after we sat down, after they asked me that question, then I tell them that we sit down, we as parents, because remember, my kids are boys, and tomorrow when they grown up, they will need somewhere to call home. They will need someone to call their father. I can't take my kids to go and give someone who are not their father. That was a big problem with me. After talking that, my brothers, they were getting annoyed. Everyone was annoyed with me. Even my mother was annoyed with me. Then after that discussion, I go with my husband. He took me for another house where he was staying. First of all, we have to go to hospital. We go to hospital, we check up our... Hi Jamila, Maria, hi too sister. How are you? And you are welcome to my live stream. So we have to go to the doctor. We have to go to hospital. The time I arrived to my country for checkup. We check up for each other. Then we go to her home. He rent a house for me. So after that, remember my firstborn was with her grandmother because he stayed there. Then he called me and tell me that, Mom, I want to go to my daddy's family and stay there. You see? Then I tell her, I don't have any, you can go. Then he go. Even the time I go back to Kenya, he was not there in my mother's home. He was already in her father's home. So we stay there for the next day. Then he tell me, I have a plot that I want to give you. I am good, thank you, Jamila. Okay, that is good news. If you are good, you are really welcome, my dear, to my channel. So after he tell me that I have a plot, now we can maybe start building the house. I tell her, no, I can't take your plot and build my house. Remember, the rejection, maybe it will come back. When the rejection come back, I will then move from you to my family. That will not be possible. Give me the piece of land and I will give you money. I will give your money back. I want that piece of land to be my own name. Because tomorrow, maybe I will not at this, what do we call, at this world. I need my kids to call home. That there is a home for their mother. Their mother is the one who hustle and buy that plot for us. So I will give back your money and then I will start building. They give my details for the bank and we go to the bank together, my husband and my brother. We go there, I take out all the money and I give some for my brother for the thanks for the taking care of my money and be honest to me. I give some small man so that he can take care of herself. And then I take the whole money with my husband back to our home. After there, remember, I have 1 week now back to Kenya. I have 1 week. So after that, bring the money. Then we sat down. We write everything which is needed to build a house. So he tell me this money we can make. First, let us make maybe for 3 bedroom. We see it, the money. You see, first he called someone to come and measure the place. He measured the place, then we bring some people to start working. So even I was not there every day. In the morning, I move to somewhere. Tomorrow I'm going to somewhere, just like that. And remember, I have my shamba, my big shamba. So there was so many crops on my shamba. I have to remove them. I have to remove them back to my home because it was raining. Then I was working. The 2 weeks I stayed in my home, I never sit down. Every day. As you know, if you are building a house, you have so many things to do. So I built my house. After the construction is going on, I have finished and I have finished 2 weeks. I decided to go to Qatar. You see? My old agent, I tell him that I want to travel. And then he tell me that he needed $10. He needed $10 to exchange my paint on, and now I don't have money. So I can't stay here. I will need someone to take me with the old passport so that I can travel. I see there is a person who connected me with her agent. Then that agent took care of me. I traveled to Qatar. I stayed in Qatar in 10 months. The 10 months, then I don't like the 10 months I go to Qatar, I go to 3 houses. First house, I stay like 7 days. Second house, I stay like 13 days. The houses of Qatar, the 3 houses I move in and work. Very big house. The house was very big. The house was very big. To iron is looking at you. The ironing is looking at you. Cooking, you are the one who the cooking is waiting for you. Cleaning is waiting for you. The house, it has lift inside. I think it is like 7 rooms, 8 rooms, that house. And you have to wake up and clean all the rooms and the stairs. And the house have 3 sitting room. Downstairs, 3 sitting room, and upstairs, 1 sitting room. And have 7 toilets. You see? There's drivers, 2 drivers. The drivers, they are waiting for you to cook for them. You see? I stayed there only for 13 days. Only for 13 days. Then I said that I want to go back to the office. That woman, hey, she will, even if she get a house girl there or a nanny, she's treating some house managers very bad, very bad. I stayed on the sun after telling her that I want to go to the office, back to the office. He told me that you can go. If you want to go with my car and my driver, you have to pay my car for the petrol, then you pay my driver money for taking you back to the office. She told me like that. My phone, there is no credit because I have like 2 weeks in Qatar. I don't have money. You see? I decided to take my bag outside near at the gate. I stayed at the sun at 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning until 4 in the evening. Her mother is the one who sent her driver to come and pick me over to go to her mother's home. I go to her mother's home and stayed there because I don't have credit to call the peoples in the office. I don't have money. Don't have money to call the peoples in the office. So I go to her mother. I slept there. That woman is very kind. Her mother was very kind, and she told me that my daughter is very harsh. She can't even stay with the house manager. Even you stay 13 days. You have you have same much days there, because some people, they come today and tomorrow they leave, today and tomorrow they leave, just like that. She give me food, she give me a room, I take shower and change my clothes, then she give me money. The next day she give me her driver and took me back to the office. After taking me back to the office, I stayed there. The day I go to the office, there was a woman, very kind woman. He was wearing jalbab, and then he was wearing the ninja for the face. So I never see her. She's the one who was seeing me in the office. So the time I was complaining for the man to the office, the agent in the office, the time I was complaining to that agent, he was listening, and even I was complaining and crying. I tell him, I don't want to work. I want to go back to my country, like that. Then you know what? That woman, she tell the agent in the office that I need this girl. This girl is so kind. I want her to go and work in my house. I want someone who can cook in my family, because there I have already have 2 drivers and 2 shagala. Shagala means house manager. Even kadama means house manager. For those who don't understand those Arabic names, you know. I am a storyteller today. Remember, I leave my house there. I leave my contracts. Is it a contract or what? People are building the house there and they need money. You know what? That woman took me to her home. After the end of the month, now I have finished 1 month, full month in that house, the new house. The woman was very kind. At the end of the month, my agent sent someone to come to bring the book. I sign, then they give me my salary. Before I sign. After signing, then he give my salary. So the salary was it was not the salary we was, what do we call it? The salary, it is not the salary that we sit down and talk with each other. No, there was less. I tell him, why is my salary less? You see, the time I was talking to that agent who bring me my salary in that house, then my madam, that woman tell me that, no, come. The agent go, then my madam tell me, why are you crying? And how much money do they promise you to pay you? I tell her. And why are they giving you this money? I tell her, I don't know. Then she tell me, what? Don't cry. I will add the money. The salary they promise to give you, it is less. But for me, for my heart, my kind heart, I will add the salary to you so that it will be complete. You know what? Every end month, that woman, she was adding my salary. And then he tell me that, don't tell your agent in the office. Don't tell them. So at the end of the month, he gave me a car with a driver. He took me to the office. I signed, I took my money. When I came back, my madam gave me the rest of the money. I add. You see, I stayed there for 9 months. So after staying there for 9 months, there were 2 girls. There were 2 girls there, Philippine 2 girls. They were very harsh. Those girls, they were very harsh. Because I remember one Ramadan, I was in that house. You stand washing the plates. You stand cleaning the plates in the kitchen. Even your legs, they grow up, your legs, because of the much time standing up. You see, at the Ramadan time. you cook a lot, and I am only the one who cook. So maybe they can tell you, today we have visitors, you will go to cook 4 chicken, like that. You have to make biryani for chicken. And remember that the biryani for chicken, it is a lot of food. You make that, you make hajina, then you will make hajina. Hajina means hajina means pizza, like pizza. Eh? You have to make pizza. You have to make some other things. You see? Hey, there is no one who can help me in the kitchen. When my madam tell those 2 girls, Philippine, go and help Jamila in the kitchen, because the kitchen is very dirty and there's so many things there to do. They are coming and look for somewhere to sit with their phones. They can't help me. I am doing all the work alone. You see, because I was new there, they treated me. It was too much for me. And now I have 9 years. Then I said, no. If the work will be too much like this, I have to leave this. I have to leave this house. Hi, Jamila. Abel, hi too. And welcome to my live stream. Please give the live stream like to support the live stream. Today I am a storyteller today. Today I am a storyteller today. Thank you so much, Abel. Thank you so much. So, you know what? I tell my madam, the work in the kitchen is too much, and I have so many work to do. I am cooking, and then her husband, he has her own room, and my madam, he has our own room. So they give me, I clean the house for the boss. For her husband, I am the one who clean it. Then I have another room for her daughter-in-law. I am the one who clean it. Then the kitchen is waiting for me, everything. You see? So things were very hard to me. Then I tell my madam, no, madam, I want to go. But I give them I tell them something so that they can trust me. I tell you, no, I have to go, madam, I have to go back to my country. My kids, they were alone. The person whom I leave her with my kids, he leave my kids, then he leave my kids alone. So I have to go back. And there is no one who can take care of my kids. Even my mom, who is too old, I tell them like that. No, then I start crying. I tell them like today, then tomorrow morning, I cook breakfast. Then like tomorrow morning, today I tell them, tomorrow morning, now after I eat my breakfast, I go to the stairs, because our room, for the nannies was up. Then I have finished to eat. I know that today I will leave this house. I go to the stairs, then I start crying. I cried much. It was almost like 10:30. You see? And they're still sleeping. I start crying. Like someone who have some bad news, maybe someone who is beaten, like that. Because I want to leave and they will not allow me. Even my madam, if she allow me, but in the office, the agent will not allow me because I didn't finish the contract. You see? Hey, but remember there, I was already making my money for the transport, for the flight. Because maybe they can tell you can go, but you have to pay for your flight. So I have already arranged my flight tickets, flight money. I cry. There is her boy, a child, our madam's child, who come and ask me, Jamila. I said, Nam, what's wrong with you? I said, what's wrong with you? remember, I have eat. I am not hungry. I have took my breakfast and now I'm starting crying. And now I'm starting crying because I want to leave. You see? Because the work is too much. I cried until my madam wake up. After she wake up, she called me to her room. I explained everything. She said, oh, sorry, so sorry, Jamila, so sorry for that. So sorry. I will take you back to the office. Then after the office, you will go back to my... Esha Hussein, thank you so much for coming, sister, for coming over my channel. Welcome and listen for the storyteller. You know what? After I tell everything my madam, she trusts me and tell me that, wow, this is very bad. This is very sad. So sorry for that, Jamila. She give me some money. My madam, she give me some money. You know what? My madam and her husband, they give me money for sorry. So that money from my madam and for her husband, it was already a flight ticket. I can travel back to my country. You see, I take the money and put it in my handbag. Your mind should, if you are working in these Arabs people, your mind needed to work very quickly. No, it will need to work very quickly. When they tell you something, say, yeah. And if you are just acting, but you have to be very, you have to be very, very like this, so that they can understand you and trust you. You see? Thank you, dear. I have been here since the beginning. You are a strong woman, mashallah. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much. So, you know what? After they giving me that money, my madam and her husband, I took the money and I keep in the pocket. So my madam took me. She gave me a good bag and luggage and tell me, you can go to the store. There's so many clothes there. Because, you know, these people, when you came here and you get a family with rich family, they buy clothes after 2 weeks, or they buy today, they bring the clothes and they don't wear, they put at the store. So the store, there was a lot of things in the store. There is new clothes, new bras, everything was there. You see? She tell me that go to the store, there is a lot of luggages there. So go and choose one so that you can pack your things. Even there is some new clothes there. You can go and take it to go and give maybe your kids or your mother or your sisters. Just lay there and take the luggage. I pack my things quickly. She tell me, pack your things. After packing your things, then pray. After praying, I will give you 1 hour to rest so that your heart can, how do we call it? I know it in Arabic, but in English, I forget, guys. As I tell you always, I forget English. I'm not talking the fluent English. She give me 1 hour to go and rest. In Arabic, we call it ritaha. I go روح to you روح انت روح غرفة رتاحة شوية قاعدة شوية رتاحة شوية. Unaona, that is what means go to your room, sit down there. After you pray, lie to me, come Jamila. Then the driver was already ready with the car. Then they took us to the office. My madam tell me, don't tell the agent that I give you money. That is your pocket money. Keep it. You'll go and give you. You'll go and help your kids. I say, alhamdulillah. You see, I go back to the office. After reaching to the office, I start crying. I was I was like this. when they are facing me, the face was so sad. But when they are facing that side, I do like this. You see? So my madam tell that the agent, this girl is real hardworking. You see, this girl is real hardworking, but there in my house, there's 2 girls, Philippine, but they behave very bad to her. So the work is too much for her. And when I ask them to go and help her, they are not going there. They look for somewhere and sit. But me, I don't know that. Jamila is the one who tell me, you see? So, and now she have this problem. I want you to let her go back so that she can go and see her children, then he will come back. How much do you make a month, Jamila? Hey, that is my secret. That is my secret. I can't tell it here. But me, I'm not hiding anything. Me as Jamila, I am not hiding anything. It is good money, bro. It is good money. Are you from Tanzania or from Kenya? It is good money. I thank God for that. So, you know what? After my madam tell them like that, Somalia, hey, you understand Swahili? Thank you so much for coming through my channel. I was with you yesterday, even morning, in the comments. So, my madam tell them that, leave this girl to go and see her children because he is innocent and he is very hardworking. Little bit of Swahili. Do you know Kenya money? You know? And then the agent tell me that, okay, she will go. Just thanks for taking her back to the office. We really appreciate you. So my madam hugged me and then he go back. He tell me that, Jamila, when you reach to your country, please make a call. Call me. After you call me, so that I will know what is going on with your life. Yes, it is 30 Kenya money. If you understand Swahili, 30 Kenya money. It is good for me. It is not money, as you know, you guys, money can't be enough for someone. So the small money you get, you appreciate. That is enough for me. So after then he tell me, when you get back to your country, you have to call me. Then I will know what is going on through what you are going through. So after I came back, even I forget, because I know that I will never go back there. She told me that you just go, maybe for 1 month, even the agent in the office. You just go. Even I have my ID for Qatar in my home. I leave it in my home, my Qatar ID. Although now it has expired. So you know why? What? After I I stayed at the office 2 weeks. They leave me there 1 week. Hey, every day they're taking me to the office and ask me some questions. Every day I go there in the office, ask me a question. I'm just crying. You see? Just crying until they give me my flight ticket, then I go back. I come back to Kenya. They tell me you have to go with Ethiopia. You have to go through Ethiopia, then Ethiopia to Nairobi. You see? I take my flight. They take me back to the airport. I took my flight there, Qatar airport. I took my flight. I go to Ethiopia. After Ethiopia, then I take flight to Nairobi. Then I go back to my home. After I coming back to my home, I was having my little money. So the 10 months I was staying there in Qatar, I was sending money to my husband and tell him, bring some stones, bring maybe some soil, bring some things for, I want to make another house. Remember the old house, it was on a construction. So the 10 months I stayed there, I was sending money and the house was already finished. You see, even the time I came back to my home, my country, I see the house was already finished and my kids, they are moved already there and they are staying. Even I bring a nanny there to stay with them. Even my husband was there. I bring water, I bring electricity, everything. You see, that was a very big achievement. So, so after that, but remember all the 10 months, the 10 months I was in Qatar, my madam here was calling me almost every day. She was calling me almost every day and asking me to come back. You see? But I lied to her. I never tell her I am in another country because she could die. I know her. She could die because she loved me so much. The way I'm working and the way I'm working quickly. You see, the way I'm working quickly, and I was so nice to her. Wow, congratulations. Thank you so much, Aisha. She was calling me every day. If she miss me online, she called my mother. Even my mother, she don't know to talk Arabic. She called my mother and asked her, when Jamila? Jamila when? Jamila when? She don't know how to tell her because they don't know in English. Even my mother don't know in English. You see? She understand only Swahili. My mother, she understand only Swahili and our language. You see? So he called her and tell her, Salamu alaikum. My mother know that Salamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. You see? But when he started talking, Jamila, where is Jamila? So he was that person who can call my mom and tell her, Jamila when? So when he asked my mother like that, my mother already know that she need Jamila. You see? Then my mother is calling me and tell me that your boss is calling me. Please, can you talk to her? Then I keep my phone on. I talk to him, to her. The time I was talking to him one day, my madam there in the Qatar, seeing me talking to my madam in Iraq. You see? Then I tell her that I have my madam from Iraq. She know me. I am back in my country. You know, because I can't go back to Iraq because of COVID. You see? Even Iraq was closed. There was no one who would travel in Iraq. Iraq was closed at the time of COVID. You see? So when he called me, Yabuye. Hello, host. Thank you. This. My mother is calling me and I am on live stream. My mother is calling me and I am on live stream. Please guys, so sorry for that. I want to rip her comment so that he can know. I will call him later. Guy, it can't work. You know what? I tell my madam from Qatar, I can't tell my madam that I am from another country because when I tell her that he have pressure, she will die. I know it. Because the time I was living here, she cried like a small baby. Don't go, I'm going to miss you. Like that, you see? But there was another person here. My madam from Qatar tell me that she want to talk to my madam. I said, no. You will make my game to be, you will make this game, that madam from Iraq, she will know that I am from another country. And I don't want her to know that. You see?
You know what? After I came back to my country, I shopped for some small things. You see, I stayed there 1 month. The 1 month I stayed in my country, I was every day waking up in the morning at 5. I pray. After praying, I'm going to the shamba at 5. I leave my husband there. I'm going to the shamba. Me and my house manager and my kids. We took our bicycle. I buy motor bicycle. Even me, I have my motorbike. Is it motorbike? My motor bicycle. In my home. I love bicycle so much. You see, we took our bikes and go to the shamba. We go to the shamba at 5. So at 5, at 6, we start working. At 6, 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we are coming back to our home. We are very tired. When we come back, we take a shower, we change our clothes, and we start making the lunch. We eat. After eating, maybe there are some clothes for my kids. We need to arrange them with my nanny. We arrange them. Maybe we want to make something in the garden in my home. We do it with my nanny, even with my kids, just like that. I didn't get any time to rest. The whole month, in the morning, I go to the shamba every day. Even I was sick, and I was going to the shamba every day until I finished, because there was some crops there, and there was so many rubbish. Is it rubbish or grasses in the shamba? So I have to work hard, and I know that I will go back. I will come back here and work. So I have to make sure I promise myself that I will not use my money. I will use my body. I will use my energy to make my shamba clean. You see? Then every day I go to the shamba. Every day I go to the shamba. So it was like that until 1 month I finished all my shamba, because it is 1 acre and a quarter. My shamba. I bought that shamba with Iraq money, because I have my friend here. We came together, and her madam and her kids. We playing merry-go-round. Then when I get that money, I buy that shamba, 1 acre and a quarter. All the money for the merry-go-round, I used to buy that shamba, so that I can get somewhere I call home, and somewhere I call my shamba, my own money, not my husband. Everything I make it. I'm not involving my husband's money. Even when he use her money, I take her money back, because I want everything to go under my name, Jamila. This is for Jamila's property. This is for Jamila's property. This is for Jamila's property. You know? So tomorrow I am not in this world. My children will taking over my things. That's why I took everything over my money. I can't even use my husband. Even if he used even a cent, I have to take him back her money. Title deed go to my name. All the houses, they are going to my name. I don't want to share with someone, because those things, I work hard for my kids, not for any person. You see? So I'm talking to my sisters who are outside here in the Gulf country working. If you come here to work, make your things for your own. Don't share things with someone. It will confuse you, and it will make some days when you go back, it will be very big mushkila. As this Arabic, they say mushkila. Mushkila, yani something that will not go good. They call mushkila in Arabic. So I decided to make everything on my own money. So after I reached back there, coming back to Qatar, staying there 1 month, after only 1 week, I call my friend here, which I live with him. We come together in 2019, and I leave her here. I go back to Kenya, and she's still here until now. You see? Then I talk to my friends. She tell me, Jamila, just come back here, and we continue working. You see, just like that. I tell her, yes, I promise you I will come back. Then I talk to my madam was calling me every day. You see? I call my madam. I greet her, Salaam alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Because after coming back, I tell my madam that I want to come back to Iraq to work, but I don't have money. You are so wise, Jamila. Your kids are your motivation. Yeah, sister. My kids is everything. My kids is everything to me. Okay. You know what? I call my madam. And I tell her that I want to come back to work, but my passport is expired. It needs some money. It needs some money so that I can renew my passport. You know what? She just asked me, how much money do you want? How much money do you want to renew your passport? I tell her that just send me 20,000 Kenya money. For those who for those who know 20,000 Kenya money, it is $2 in Iraq. It is $2 here in Iraq, but in our country is $20. I don't know what we call it I don't know, but in our country is 20,000. That is much money in our country, 20,000. So I tell her that just send me 20,000. I will renew the passport and I will make a shopping for my kids before I leave. She said, yes, no problem. I will send for you. Hey, tomorrow, she sent for me the money. She give the money for my friend there called Asia. She give her the $2 and she sent back to Kenya to her mother. Then her mother is the one who transferred the money to my husband's account. My husband is M-Pesa. We call it M-Pesa in our country. So after sending him the money, you know, the $2 here, the rate was very good. I get it like 25,000. It was almost 25,000. That is much money. You see? I didn't renew the passport. You know what? I didn't renew the passport. I go to the mall. I make a shopping for my kids. I make everything in my house. I shop for my kids. I live there everything. And then I keep my flight. So that 20,000, it was only for the renewing of the passport, waiting for the flight ticket. For the flight ticket, she sent the money to my agent, my old agent. So my old agent is the one who give me the flight ticket. And know what, guys? The first flight ticket, because I was to come here in 18 October 2020. You see, I missed my flight. I missed my flight. After missing my flight, then I got back to my home. Then the other day, I come back. I missed my flight. I missed my flight on 18th November 2020. Then in 22, that month, I travel. You see, I shop everything for my kids, everything. I leave them there. I give them pocket money. Then I look. The old nanny leave the house. Then I look for another nanny. So I look for another nanny. That was my brother's daughter. So she tell me that, auntie, I want to come and stay in your house because now she is a school girl, but the school were closed. She is even like me. You close school, you go to work. After working, you come to school. Like that. That is the life we have come through. So she told me that, auntie, I want to come to your home so that I can work. I tell her, it's okay, there's no problem. You just come here and work. When the schools are opening, you can go to school. So she came there and stayed there. Even I leave her there. I travel. I leave her with my kids. I came here. They brought a cake for me for welcoming. They took me a video. Even the time I came here, my madam was not here. She was traveling to Lebanon because her daughter-in-law was having a cancer here. So they make her operation to remove those things from here. You see, she was not here. After arriving here, after arriving Dubai, it was me with another girl again. I came with another girl who was traveling to Basra. Those who know Iraq, there is a place called Basra. She was going to work to Basra. And me, I work to Babli Hilla. Allah, it is the Tomazia. We call it Tomazia, and she works in Basra. So from here to Basra is almost 7 hours in the car. You see? So we stay in Dubai 2 days in Dubai. Because after we came to Dubai, the people up there at the airport, there's some people there who took our COVID certificate. And the gel was expired there in the Dubai. They took our COVID. And the gel was expired there in Dubai. We stayed there for 2 days in Dubai, just sitting and looking for each other. We call our agent. Then our agent, when we go to the terminal 3 so that we have the flight, we go to the terminal 3 because we don't have COVID. We see our flight. We saw our flight. That is our flight and it is going. I was like this with my friend. The flight is going. We can't go because we don't have COVID. The certificate for COVID, they took the certificate and they're asking us for another certificate. Well, we get it. So our agent from Kenya, he is the one who starts processing for another COVID. It took 2 days. He sent us through the WhatsApp. Then we show them. We start traveling. I took my flight. I am the one who traveled. And the other one was sleeping there another day, 3 days. Then for the next 4 days, she left the Dubai to Basra. So after getting my flight, I came through Basra. I stayed in Basra. I reached in Basra like 3. I stayed in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The person who come and pick me there at the airport, he came at 10. You see, almost 10 hours sitting there at the airport. The airport, even there is no shop in the airport. There was no shop. There is no one there. I was all alone. I was alone and the gate man. All the people we came together from Dubai, everyone has gone. I was just like this alone. So I stayed there until at 10, the man who come and pick me, she called my madam with a camera like this. Here is Jamila. Jamila, like that. He was in Lebanon, my madam, even in the hospital. Hey, thank you, you are back. Thank you, you are back. So we start traveling. They took me to the how do we call? We call Motam. Here we call Motam. Motam is a hotel. Hotel is somewhere where you get food to eat. They took me somewhere to eat. I eat. After eating, we start traveling. 7 hours on the road. When the time I reached here, I was very tired. And then after 3 days, my madam come. After coming, we greet each other, we hug each other. Then I stayed like 5 months. it is 5 months. It is 5 months. Then he asked me, my madam asking me about passport. I show her. After showing her, he's seen my passport is old. Then he tell me, Jamila, why didn't you change your passport? You tell me that you want to renew your passport, and this is the only one. You know what? I tell her that, Mama, life is very hard in my country. Life is very hard. There is no money, no food. So the money I use it to shop for my kids. So please forgive me. But as for me, I know that at the end of the month, she will need her money back. She didn't need her money back even today. I have never paid her. But even me, I'm so kind. Before I live here, I stay here for 9 days and I didn't charge anything. Just like that. I stay here for 9 days and I didn't charge her for those 9 days. The time I come, I stay here 8 days and I didn't charge her because I'm loving her and she loves me. But some people, even we have another girl here, only 2 days is 3 days. He said I need my man for the 3 days. Ask me for her money. So that was very good. Then I started working and sending money to my husband. Started working and sending money for husband. Now we want to start another house. Hey, let us start. You know, marriage is like that. Today we fight, tomorrow we are together. Tomorrow we are fight, today we are together. Just like that. So time came and I tell her that after I start, I bring some stones, some soil for my mother's bedroom. Then they send for me. I see my mother's bed. My mother's house is for mood. Is it mood or mud? It is for mood. So even the bed sheet was in white, the white cover, the bed. You can see even the soil they are coming on the bed. And my small baby, he's the one who took the photo for the bed and took the photo for the old house and sent it to me. You know what, guys? I cried. I get very emotional seeing my mother sleeping in a mud house. I get very emotional. I felt very bad. Why my mother still sleeping in the mud house, and me? I have a house for 3 bedrooms, and now I'm making another house for 4 bedrooms. Why? It is not fair. You see? Just asking myself. I didn't tell one, but I was just asking myself like that. It is not fair. I have to make a house for my mom. That's why I started bringing the stones, but the carrying for the stones to my mom's place. A lot of money. Only one car. A lot of money. I take one car to my mother's home. The soil was all, but my kids are hardworking. They make all our, is it our compound or a shamba? It is a good soil for building house. So my kids are taking the soils, putting it together, and then I just gave them small money. You see, so it was only looking for the cement and the person who you are going to pay him. When I'm building I start building my mom's house there. Then I tell my husband, you know what, baby? You know what? Someone have sent my mother's house and bedroom. I feel so emotional. Why am I not start building my mother's home first? Then I came back here. You see? He get annoyed. We fight and we stay for 1 week without talking. You see? Life is like that. I am here and he's there, and we fight and there is no one who talking to each other. When I talk to my kids, it's okay. You fight with me because I want to build my mother's home. Why? My mother is the one. My mother is the one who take care of my kids. since they was so young. You see? So I have to make something so that he can be very proud of me. I have to make something so that he will remember it. This is my girl, my baby girl who make it for me. Huh? If we fight, if we are not fighting, I don't care. You see? That is my own money. It's not your money. Although we are respecting each other. I tell him like that. You have started this house, now you want to start another house. I stopped building this house. Yeah, she's also deserved the best. Yes, she deserves the best. Because you know what? Since I was married, since my kids were young, I leave the kids for my mom. I am going to somewhere to look maybe a job. When some people are building a house, I'm joining them, they are working. Even me, I know how to build a house. I know how to make the stone and measure it. I know how to make to mix the I know how to mix the soil with the stones. I know. I have experience for so many working, although I didn't go to school. You see? So she deserves the best because she's the one who takes care of my kids since they were young. We fight, I go to my mother's house. We fight, I'm going back to my mother's house. I leave my kids with my mom and I'm going to look for work. I work. My mom is the one who stays much time with my kids. I have to do something to her so that he can remember it. She can remember me. We fight, we stay for 1 week, then we start talking. After we started talking, I tell her, take some money, go to my mother's house, do this, do that. Like that. He go there, he do this, he do that. But now I stopped my mother's house because there is no water nearby there. The water is coming from far away. You know why you know what, guys? Me, I have lived that life. Do you know the bucket of water? There is bucket of water, those jerrycans for 20 liters. I think you guys know it. In my mother's home, it is that life. You are taking water. If it is dry season, you are taking water from far away. Maybe you put your 20 jerrycan of water here in your head, and you are walking like 2 hours walking with the jerrycan. And the only one jerrycan for 20 liters of water, it can't be enough for washing the baby's clothes. You're taking shower, cooking like that. So you have to go in the morning and in the afternoon. In the morning and the afternoon. You see? So I stopped making my mother's house. So guys, that is why I was want to sharing with you my story. I am a storyteller. So there is Adana here. It is 5:20 p.m. I have to go and pray. So guys, that was my story. Me, I can't lie anything. But for those people who are working outside their country, for these Gulf countries, make sure you make everything with your own money. Don't share anything with someone. Then when you fight with him, you have to live with the things. No. I will fight for my kids until the last. I will fight for my kids until my last breath. Even if I leave this world, my kids, they have somewhere to call home. My kids have somewhere to call, this is our shamba. My mom bought it with her money. Full stop. So guys, thank you so much for coming over here. I really appreciate everyone who coming here. That was only conservation guy. That was my only small conservation with you guys so that you can get to know me better. I am from a village. and the life was very poor. So I can't complain. I have passed through that life. So thank you for coming. If you are new here, please consider subscribe to my channel. I will appreciate you. Give the video like, leave a down comment there down below. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Until we meet next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.